Okay, listen here. We are in the third unit. We have already completed ideal and practical transformer. In this ideal and practical transformer, we have discussed EMF equation of construction, principle, EMF equation of transformer, and problems on EMF equation of transformer and transformation ratio. That is about the ideal and practical transformer. Then today we have discussed the equivalent circuit. On losses in transformer, we have discussed iron loss and copper loss. For iron loss, how we are determining by using which test? 1 second. Let me finish. Sorry. See, in the third unit, we are having losses in transformer. Iron loss is determined by which test? Open circuit or short circuit test?
Open circuit.
Open circuit test. Okay. Then copper loss?
Short circuit.
Short circuit test. Okay, we have discussed these two tests, iron open circuit test and short circuit test for determining the losses, iron loss and copper loss. Next concept is regulation and efficiency. Okay, today we'll complete the losses in transformer. If time permits, we'll go for regulation. Okay, then from Monday onwards, we'll start this auto transformer and three-phase transformer connections. So we'll complete the losses today, losses in the transformer. Now see on the screen, I'm showing 1 minute. So now we'll see the iron loss. Already we have done the no load test or open circuit test. We have already completed, but still we have to discuss in depth about this iron loss. See on the screen, iron loss or core loss, both are one and same. The other name of core loss is iron loss. So iron loss is classified into two types. One is hysteresis, another one is
eddy current.
Eddy current loss. Hysteresis loss means this is iron power loss. Eddy current loss is also power loss. These two are the power losses in the iron piece. So hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. I have already told you how the hysteresis loss will occur. Due to continuous reversals of current during magnetization of iron piece, some loss is going to occur in the iron piece, which is called hysteresis loss. Eddy current loss means around the main current, some circulating currents are developed, which are called eddy currents. Due to this eddy current, some loss is going to occur in the iron piece, which is called eddy current loss. So for this hysteresis loss and eddy current loss, I have not given the formulas. Today we'll see the formulas for this hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. So first we'll see the formula for the power loss formula for hysteresis loss. This is the hysteresis loss, WH. Hysteresis loss is represented with W suffix H. Okay, Steinmetz is the scientist. See here on the screen, Steinmetz. See the cursor. Steinmetz is the scientist. He had given one empirical formula for this hysteresis loss. He had proposed one empirical formula for this hysteresis loss. What is that formula? Means see on the screen it is visible. Steinmetz formula for hysteresis loss. WH is equal to eta B max power 1.6, B max power 1.6, F into V. What is this eta? Eta is the steamate hysteresis coefficient. Based on his name, he had proposed the one constant, that is eta, steamate hysteresis coefficient. Eta is called steamate hysteresis coefficient. V is called volume of the core. V is the volume of the core in meter cube. Volume unit is meter cube. F is the frequency. B is the, what is B?
Flux.
Density. B is the flux density. Okay, see here on the screen, B is the flux density. F is the frequency of magnetic reversals. V is the volume, eta is the steamate hysteresis coefficient. Write down this formula. So write down iron loss is of two types, hysteresis and eddy current loss. First one is hysteresis loss WH. Right, after writing this heading, write down this formula and write down V and eta. Write down this. Don't write all the theory. If you want this theory, note down the page number 67. Sorry, 67, page number 925. Page number 925. If you want to study, you can read from the textbook, theory. But write down the formulas now. Have you written the formula?
Yes, sir.
Now see here, write down eta, value of, don't write, 1 minute, don't write anything. Value of eta. This eta will be for different materials. Suppose if the iron piece is made up of sheet steel, the value of eta is 502 joule per meter cube. If the iron piece is made of silicon steel, the value of eta is 191 joule per meter cube. All these things no need to remember. All these things no need to study also. And the hard cast steel, eta value is 7040 joule per meter. If the iron piece is made up of cast steel, it is in this range. If it is made of cast iron piece, then the value of eta is this one. These things no need to read. No need to study. Only you should know this formula. WH is equal to eta Bmax for 1.6 Fe. Now tell me, WH is proportional to frequency. Write down. Next line you write. WH is proportional. Write the proportionality symbol. WH is proportional to F. Why I am taking proportional to F means V is constant, B is constant, eta is also constant. I am removing all these constants and I am taking one proportionality sign. WH is proportional to F. Okay. Now come to eddy current loss. This is eddy current loss heading, eddy current loss W. Write down the formula for this eddy current loss. WE is equal to K or eta. Eta also you can take. Instead of K, you can take eta. Eta Bmax square F square T. This is not T square, this is T. They have given wrong in your textbook. This is not T square, this is T. T and V square. Here I have given wrong. It is not T square, it is T. WE is equal to eta Bmax square. They have written K here, you can take eta also, no problem. Eta Bmax square F square T V square. It is T. Watts. The unit of power loss is watt. Power is watts. What is T? See here they have given thickness of each lamination. T is the thickness of each lamination. Now can you tell me what is WE? WE is proportional to what? F square. In the previous case, WH is proportional to F. But here WE is proportional to F square. Eta is constant, B is constant, T is constant, V is constant. Only variable is frequency. Only variable in this formula is frequency. Therefore, WE, eddy current loss, is proportional to F square. But see, in the previous case, WH is proportional to F. Observe the difference. WH is proportional to F. But here WE is proportional to F square. Right? And WE is proportional to F square. So these are the two losses. In iron loss is divided into two types: hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. Now come to page number 1148. 1148. Separation of iron loss. Right on the side heading, separation of iron loss. Separation of iron loss. Already I had told iron loss means hysteresis and eddy current loss. They have given wrong formula here. Wi is equal to W. Write down up to here only. Don't write this. Wi is the total iron loss, is equal to WH plus WE. Wi means iron loss. Wi is equal to WH plus WE. WH is hysteresis loss. WE is eddy current loss. Okay. Now here I am taking 1 minute. Note down here. WH is proportional to F. Write down. WH hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss WH is proportional to F. Remove the proportionality sign. Take one constant A. Remove this proportionality sign and take is equal to and constant AF. WH is equal to AF. Write down. WH is equal to AF. The next, WE is proportional to F square. WE is proportional to F square. Write down. WE is equal to B into F square. Remove this proportionality sign and take the constant B. Remove the proportionality sign and take the constant B. Therefore, WE is equal to B into F square. WE is equal to B into F square. Now substitute this WH and WE here in this formula. WI is equal to WH plus WE. WH is AF. WE is BF square. Write down this formula. Total iron loss is equal to hysteresis plus eddy current loss. AF plus BF square. Okay. Now take F common here in these two. In AF and BF square, take F common. F common. Then you will get A plus BF. Bring this F to the left hand side. WI by F. Okay. WI is equal to AF plus BF square. Take F common and bring F to the left hand side. Bring F to the left hand side. Therefore, WI by F is equal to A plus BF. So this is the theory. Now we'll go to the problem about the iron loss. Take down this problem, first problem. In a transformer, the iron loss is, take down this, I'll explain later.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now see here, Iron loss is 52 watts at 40 Hz. Next, iron loss is 90 watts at 60 Hz. Now in the first case, iron loss is 52, Wi is 52, frequency is 40, F is 40. Substitute in this formula. In this formula, iron loss is 52 at frequency of 40, A plus 40B, A plus 40B. Second case, it is 90 watts, total iron loss, 90 at 60. 90 by 60 is equal to A plus 60B. Now write down this formula. Wi by F is equal to A plus BF. You can take any formula, this formula or this formula, no problem. If you take this formula, simplification will be easy, calculation will be easy. If you take this formula, there is F square. Square we have to take for the frequency. But in this formula, there is no square. We can take any formula, you get the same answer. Now substitute these two cases. In the first case, Wi is 52 and frequency is 40. In the second case, 90 and 60. Second case, 90 and 60. Now we are having two equations here. Take this is equation 1, this is equation 2. 2 minus 1, A and B values. A and B values. We will get A value this much, B value this much. So two unknown quantities are there, constants A and B. We are calculating the constants A and B. Calculate A and B. We will get these values. Okay, note down the answers. A and B value. A value is this much, B value is this much. If you solve these two equations, we will get A and B value. Now what he is asking in the problem? What he is asking us to calculate?
Hysteresis and eddy current losses at a frequency of 50 Hertz.
Okay, at frequency 50 Hertz. At frequency 50 Hertz, what is the value of WH and WE? What is the formula for WH? A into F. See here, WH is equal to A multiplied by frequency. It is not suffix, it is A into F. WE is B into F square. WE is B into F square. See on the screen, WH is equal to A into F. A is constant, F is the frequency. What is the frequency?
50 Hertz.
50 Hertz. Take 50. Frequency 50. At 50 Hertz, he is asking hysteresis and eddy current. Therefore, A value you have calculated, B value calculated. And WE is equal to B into F square. It is A into F, it is B into F square. Then you will get hysteresis loss and eddy current loss. The unit is watts. Unit is watts. Take down this. Very simple problem. Okay, completed?
Yes, sir.
Then go to the next problem. See here. Take this problem. In a test for determination of losses of a 440 volt 50 Hertz, write down this problem. Afterwards, I'll explain. Have you taken the question?
Yes, sir.
Now see, for a test for the determination of the losses of a 440 volt 50 hertz transformer. So this is the total voltage of the transformer, okay, and 50 hertz transformer. Total iron loss is Wi. What is the value of Wi? 2500. At what frequency this is the iron loss? 50 hertz.
50
Okay.
hertz.
Okay, first case is write on case 1. Wi is equal to 2500 watts at F is equal to 50 hertz. Wi is equal to 2500 at, see they have given here, at 50 hertz iron loss is 2500 watts. Now read the second case. When the applied voltage and frequency were, they have reduced this to half. The voltage 440 by 2 is 220 volts. Frequency is 25. They have reduced to half. When they have reduced the voltage and frequency to half, iron loss is reduced. I have already told you, if you apply the full voltage, then you will get the full iron loss, 2500 watts. If you apply less voltage, we won't get the complete iron loss. We will get very less iron loss. Second case, at 25 hertz, F is equal to 25, your iron loss, total iron loss is 850 watts. Take down this. At F is equal to 25 hertz, iron loss is 850 watts. Now he is asking to calculate only eddy current loss at normal voltage and frequency. What is the normal voltage and frequency? Rated values 440 and 50. Normal voltage is 440, frequency is 50. Now he is asking only to calculate eddy current loss. He is not asking the hysteresis loss in this problem. What is the formula for eddy current loss? WE is equal to, see here on the screen, WE is equal to, what is the formula? BF square. WH is AF. See here, WH is AF. WE is B into F square. Now I want the value of B. I know frequency F 50. Frequency F I know, but I want the B value. So from this data, F1 W1, F2 W2, I'll substitute in this formula. First WI is 2500 by 50. 2500 by 50 is equal to A plus BF. In the second case, 850 by 25. 850 by 25 is equal to A plus 20. Now calculate. Let us take this is equation 1, equation 2. 2 minus 1, A will become B will get. If you get B, you can calculate eddy current loss. Write down. Take down this solution. Very simple.
Sir, B is equals to 0.64.
Okay. B is 0.64. It is in textbook also they have given same value. B is 0.64. Now substitute B here. Eddy current loss is equal to BF square. Take down eddy current loss is BF square. B is 0.64 into F is 50. We'll get 1600 watts. Now total iron loss is hysteresis plus eddy current loss. We know total iron loss is 2500 minus eddy current. Write down the formula Wi is equal to WH plus WE. Total iron loss is 2500. Total iron loss is 2500 minus eddy current loss will give hysteresis.
900 watts.
900 watts. In the problem, he is not asking hysteresis loss, but still they have calculated here. Okay, that's all about the iron loss and total iron loss. Short circuit test is used for determining copper loss. See, on the screen you see secondary winding is short circuited. In short circuit test, secondary winding is short circuited. In open circuit test, say what you will do for the secondary winding? Open circuit test lo em chestam secondary winding ni open. Okay, this is the primary winding, this is secondary winding. Secondary winding is open in the open circuit test or no load test. In no load test or open circuit test, you will determine iron loss. Already we had discussed this. Why they are placing wattmeter here in the primary side? Why they are placing wattmeter? What you are determining in open circuit test? ఏం చేస్తున్నాం ఓపెన్ సర్క్యూట్ టెస్ట్ ఏం డిటర్మైన్ చేయడానికి విచ్ లాస్?
Core loss.
Okay,
Iron
core
loss.
or iron loss. Both are one and same. Core or iron loss. Open circuit test, what you are applying? We are applying full voltage. Voltmeter place చేశారు ఇక్కడ supply voltage parallel లో. In parallel with the supply voltage, they have placed the voltmeter. We have to apply the full rated voltage. 230 volts is the full rated voltage. Once if you apply full voltage 230 volts here, then with the help of wattmeter, we are measuring the iron loss. This is the iron piece, rectangular iron piece. In the iron, when you apply 230 volts, whatever the iron loss that is going to occur here in the iron piece, that will be measured with the help of this wattmeter. Iron loss is in watts. Power loss. Iron loss means power, total iron loss. This iron loss consists both hysteresis and eddy current loss. This wattmeter gives the reading of iron loss. If you take the reading of this wattmeter, that will be the wattmeter is used for measurement of power. Remember this. I think you know this one. Do you know or not? Voltmeter is used for measurement of voltmeter ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తారు?
Measure the potential difference.
Measure the potential difference or voltage. Suppose if you apply 230 volts here, this voltmeter will indicate 230 volts. Ammeter, why it is used?
Current.
For measuring current. Wattmeter? This
To
is the
measure
wattmeter. Measurement of
power.
power. Measurement of power. That power loss is iron loss. Whatever the loss going to occur, power loss in the iron piece, that power is measured by this wattmeter. So by using this test, we are determining the iron loss. Unit of iron loss is watts. Unit of iron loss is watts. So with the help of this watt, when you apply the full voltage here in the secondary winding, when you apply 230 volts in open circuit, the same voltage will appear here because this E2 is in parallel with V1. V1 here E1, E2, V2, all are in parallel. In parallel, voltage will be same. Whatever the voltage will apply here, since it is open circuit, 230 volts will appear. When you apply full rated voltage, whatever the loss that is going to occur in the iron piece, that will be measured with the help of this wattmeter. That is about no load test. Already I had discussed the formula also. W1 is equal to V1 I naught cos phi naught. I mu we had discussed, we had done the problem also on this. Magnetizing current, exciting current. Okay. In the before 2 classes we had discussed this one. That is iron loss determination. Then copper loss, for determining the copper loss, which test will apply? Which test will apply for determining copper loss?
Short circuit.
Short circuit test. Short circuit test means we will short this secondary winding. In open circuit test, you are opening the secondary winding, but in short circuit test, you are shorting this. And here, after shorting, what is the procedure for determining copper loss? You have to apply which one? Current or voltage? In short circuit, current will flow. In open circuit, we are applying rated voltage, 230 volts in the previous no load test, open circuit test. But in short circuit test, let us take the rated current of the transformer is 5 ampere. We have to apply the full current, 5 ampere in the short circuit. When 5 ampere is flowing in the short circuit, it will give the complete copper loss. Where copper is there in this circuit? Where is the copper in this circuit?
The connecting wires and coils.
In the coils. In the primary coil and secondary coil, copper is there. This primary coil winding is made up of copper. This N1 and N2 coil is made up of copper. So when you apply the full current, current will flow in these coils. Therefore, copper loss is I square into R. Resistance of this coil is R. I square into R. I is the current we are applying in the short circuit. Full rated current I am applying 5 ampere. Therefore, I square R loss, whatever that is going to occur, this wattmeter will give the reading of that I square R loss. I square R is power. Power unit is watts. That power is measured with the help of this wattmeter. With the help of this wattmeter, I am measuring that power. There is a difference between open circuit test and short circuit test. In open circuit test, we will apply the rated voltage to 30 volts. But in short circuit test, we will apply rated current. In short circuit, current will flow. Voltage is 0 in the short circuit. That is I square R loss will give. This wattmeter will give I square R loss. That is copper loss. In the previous open circuit test, it will give iron loss. But in this circuit, it will give copper loss in short circuit test. That's all about these two tests. With the help of these two tests, we will determine iron loss and copper loss. We have completed transformer rating is in kVA. We have completed, I think, okay. Why transformer rating is in kVA? Anyone?
To avoid the eddy current loss.
No, that is lamination. We are providing the lamination, varnish, that is to avoid eddy current loss. This is different question. Why transformer rating is in kVA? kVA means S. The unit of S is VA. Formula for S is V into I. Copper loss depends on current. Iron loss depends on voltage. Just now I had told. In open circuit test, we will apply rated voltage. In short circuit test, we will apply rated current. So copper loss depends on current. Iron loss depends on voltage. Voltage multiplied by current is S. The formula for S is V into I. Unit of S is volt ampere, but generally referred in K. K means 10 cube, kilovolt ampere. Is it okay? You have to write this answer in exam. Note on the page number 1151. Why transformer rating is in kVA? Write on page number 1151. You have to write this answer. Why transformer rating is in kVA? They will ask for 2 marks. Whatever the answer you have told is why transformer is laminated with varnish to avoid the eddy current loss. That is different question. Okay.
Yes,
Then
sir.
we'll go. Okay. Then we'll go for the regulation. Next topic in your syllabus is regulation. Write on side heading. Regulation. REGULATION. Regulation of transformer. Regulation of transformer. Okay. First of all, we will see what do you mean by regulation. So nowadays, if you take the fridge, inside the fridge one regulator is fixed. In before 10 years, for TV, fridge, AC, all the regulators we are purchasing are stabilizer. Stabilizer or regulator. Even now also in your house, if you are having AC, are you purchasing regulator? I think you are purchasing regulator. Why regulator is used? Okay. Sometimes in your house, what is the rated voltage in your house?
Like if
tell
the
me.
current will be overload, then it will be helpful.
Okay, that is one reason. There is also a reason. If the load is increasing, more current is drawn. But a regulation we are doing in terms of voltage. A regulatory we are doing in terms of voltage. Okay, I will tell that. See here. In your house, first of all tell me what is the voltage in your house you are getting? How much voltage you will get in your house?
220 to 240.
Okay, 220 to 240, that is approximately 230 volts. Let us take 230 volts. In your house, you are getting 230 volts. And your AC is designed for 230 volts. Let us assume your AC is designed for 230 volts. If more than 230 volts will come, what will happen to the AC? We are getting over voltage or under voltage?
Over.
Let us take 250 volts. If you are getting 250 volts in your house, that will be over voltage to AC because the AC is designed for 230 volts. Suppose if I get a 180 volts in your house, it is under
Less
voltage. Okay,
Under.
under voltage. So your AC should not get 180 volts and 250, less and greater. We have to get 230 volts only. For that we are using the regulator. One box we are using, one setup box, regulator box to AC connected to your AC. When over voltage or under voltage is coming, it will regulate that voltage to 230 volts. It will make that voltage to 230 volts and it will give it to AC. So some tolerance is there for the regulator. If it is less than, let us take plus or minus 20. 230 minus 20 is 200. Sorry, 210. 230 minus 20 is 210. 230 plus 20 is 250. So if less than 210 volts, if it is coming, means regulator will be automatically switch off the AC. It won't give the supply to the AC. If it is above 250, it won't give supply. Between 210 to 250, it will regulate the voltage and it will give 230 volts to your AC. Some tolerance is there below and above. If it is less than 210, it won't give the voltage to AC. If it is more than 250, it won't give. That means it is regulating the voltage. Your regulator is regulating the voltage to keep your AC in safe condition. To protect your AC or to safeguard the AC, we are using the regulator. So it is regulating the voltage. That is the meaning of regulation. That is the meaning of regulation. Now we'll see what is the regulation in transformer. Before going to this, I want to explain one. I'll explain it on the board. 1 minute. See here, if you open the secondary winding, there is no load condition. There is no load condition. We are not connecting any load in the secondary winding. In the secondary winding, I am not connecting any load here, open circuit. Now suppose if you apply 230 volts here, what is the value of V2? V2 is also 230 volts. In open circuit, voltage will be there. In parallel, voltage is same. In open circuit, voltage is there. What is the current in the open circuit now in the secondary winding?
0.
0. Suppose in your house, if you switch off all the lights, fans, AC, fridge, TV, everything. Now what is the load current? There is no load in your house. We are putting all the loads off. What is the current drawn by the load?
0.
0. Current drawn by the load is 0. If current drawn by the load is 0, enter in the open circuit, voltage will be there, 230 volts. Let us check 230 volts is there. This is, I am representing V2 naught. V2 naught means that O means open circuit or no load voltage. V2 naught is the no load voltage. Now I am applying the load here. Now I am placing the load. This is on load. Now when you place the load, load will draw the current. Suppose in your house, if you switch on the fan, current will flow or not in the fan? Fan will draw the current or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Now current is flowing in the load. Some voltage is dropped in the load. If voltage is dropped, if this 230 volt, let us take a voltage drop in the load is 100 volts. Voltage drop in the load is 100 volts. Voltage means current multiplied by the, suppose R is, load is your resistance, R into I2, that is 100 volts. If voltage is dropped in the load, then V2 is reduced or not? V2 reduce అవుతుందా లేదా? If you put the load, voltage will be reduced. This is during on load. This is on load. V2 is the voltage during on load. V2 naught is the voltage off load, open circuit load. V2 naught is off load. V2 naught is greater or V2 is greater? Which one is greater among these two? Which one is greater? Off load or on load voltage? Open circuit voltage is always greater, because whatever the voltage will apply, the entire voltage will appear in the open circuit. But when you put the load, voltage will be dropped. Voltage will be dropped here. I have already told you, E2 is equal to V2 plus I2 into ZL. I2 into ZL. Now when you put the load, sorry, when you are not putting the load open circuit, what is I2? What is I2 in open circuit?
0.
0. When I2 is 0, E2 is equal to V2. E2 is equal to V2. If you put the load, V2 will be reduced. If you put the load, V2 will be reduced. That means your open circuit voltage V2 naught is greater than V2. V2 naught is the off load voltage, V2 is the on load voltage. What is the voltage drop here now? I2 into ZL. I2 into ZL is the voltage drop. This is the concept which I use in the regulation. This concept I want to use in the regulation. Now we'll go in your text too. Have you understood what is the off load and on load?
Yes,
Can anyone tell me? Okay. What is off load? Off load means load is not connected. On load means load is connected. Now see here. On the textbook you see on the screen, I am reading the definition for a regulation. Change in secondary terminal voltage from no load to full load. Change in secondary voltage from no load to full load. See the equation here. No load voltage is V2 naught minus V2. The difference of these voltages from no load voltage V2 naught to load voltage, full load voltage. Change in secondary terminal voltage from no load to full load, that is V2 naught minus V2, is nothing but the, suppose if V2 naught is equal to V2, your change in voltage is 0. Now regulation is defined as, this is the regulation formula, no load voltage minus full load voltage by no load voltage is nothing but regulation. If you want the percentage regulation, multiply with 100. Regulation is defined as change in the voltage divided by no load voltage. Change in, numerator is change in the voltage. Change in the voltage is V2 naught. Change in voltage means difference of the voltage from no load to full load. V2 naught is no load voltage, V2 is full load voltage. No load means there is no load. Full load means we are putting the full load. V2 naught minus V2 by no load voltage. This is regulation down. Regulation up means V2 naught minus V2 by V2. See, in the denominator, that formula is changing. V2 naught V2. Why it is regulation down? Why it is regulation up? Anyone? Why this is called regulation down? Why this is called regulation up? See, in the denominator, V2 naught, this is greater when compared to this V2. V2 naught value is greater. In the denominator, more value is there means it is down. In the denominator, less voltage is there means it is up. If you take no load voltage in the denominator, it is a regulation down. If you take the full load voltage in the denominator, it is a regulation up. This is no load voltage in the denominator. This is full load voltage in the denominator. These are the formulas for regulation, up, down and up. Change in the voltage. In the numerator, change in the voltage from no load to full load divided by no load voltage. Here also, no load voltage minus full load voltage by full load voltage. These are the formulas for regulation up, down and regulation up. So up to here, you remember. In the next class, I'll tell me. In the next class, I will see this formula. I will derive this formula for percentage regulation. This formula I will derive. But remember these two formulas. We will do some problems on these formulas also in the next class. In the next class, I will derive the formula VR cos phi plus Vx sin plus or minus Vx sin phi. How we will get this formula? In the next class, I will tell in tomorrow's class. Regulation. And also we will do the problems on this regulation in the next class. Wait for some time, I will take the attendance. Six is absent. 13 is absent.
Sir, 6, he's in the end, sir.
6 is in?
His name is in the last, sir.
Okay. 13? Okay. 13 is absent. (31, 32) are there? 31.
Sir, 31 is there.
Sir, 31 is in the end, sir.
32? Absent. 34? Absent. 35?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 41? Absent. 45? Are there? Absent. 47? Absent. 49? Okay, absent.
Sir, 45 told that he had power cut.
Okay, 60? Absent. So I am reading the absentees here. 13, 32, 34, 41, 47, 49, 60. Okay. In the next class, we will see the regulation, some derivation, and also problems on the regulation of transformer. After that, we will go for the efficiency of the transformer. Okay, now we can exit. Now I am ending the